This triad right here is one of my most favoriteest triads to ever walk the earth. It's been there for me on so many gigs, so many recording sessions, right under my hands. And today, I'm going to introduce to you the one, the only triad that, well, you know, it's the one that kind of looks like this. Hello, guitar friend. In my last video, I described my #1 go-to triad pair and exactly how learning triads in pairs has allowed me to move around the neck and just digest enough information so I can actually use it in songs. Now I use that one triad pair everywhere like hot sauce. Today, I want to break off another chunk of triad goodness and reveal my second most favorite go-to triad pair. And there's a bonus tip at the end, so stick around. I think that's what I'm supposed to say because it's YouTube. I don't know. I'm new at this. If the last triad pair was hot sauce, then this triad pair is definitely a perfect bite of chocolate. Silky, sweet, and smooth, and it melts right into the song. Quick question, if you could only keep one, hot sauce or chocolate, you pick one, the other one vanishes from the earth forever. Which one do you keep? Just because. So we're on the 3rd fret. So start by visualizing the full E major shaped bar chord, and then just grab the top 3 strings, and it's right there under your finger.
Caged, detected. Your guitar teaching credentials have been reinstated temporarily.
Caged bot, so good to see you. And thank you, I guess, but can I ask you, is it okay if instead of introducing all that extra fretboard information, I just focus on one small piece?
Caged system is the most comprehensive method for mastering the fretboard, invented in 1712 by Johannes Verbatim Chords, originally composed for the lute.
Hey, CageBot, are you just reciting Wikipedia?
Oh, no.
So you're telling me this is how you actually really feel?
Caged is undefeated.
Oh, god dang it! Should not have asked about his feelings. Let's get back to the 3rd fret, shall we? So I play this shape on the top 3 strings and it spells out a G triad. And for the other half of the pair, I pick up a 4 chord, in this case a C major, using this shape right next door. So I have another easy way to grab the 1 chord and the 4 chord right next to each other, like this. And I can use that first triad for the G major whenever I see E minor 7 because the 1 chord is closely related to the 6 chord. The same is true for the C major triad, that second shape. I can use it whenever I see an A minor 7 in a song because the 4 chord and the 2 are very closely related. When you're using the Nashville number system, as I do because I live here in Nashville, these closely related chord pairs are technically known as conjoined harmonates. And the best part is, I just made that last phrase up out of thin air, but you kind of bought it, right? Really? Harmonates? Harmonates. No, that was a test, just to remind you that
This ain't music school, I'm just a random dude on YouTube.
Look, I can only teach you what I actually know, and from my 20 years as a professional musician, these are the things that I actually use every day, like these cool little triad pairs. Which reminds me, if you're ready to dive deeper into these topics and you enjoy my somewhat twisted brain, I highly recommend you join us over at guitarfriendtim.com. I make fun lessons that drop you into these custom-built jam tracks that I make from scratch here in my studio that is in Nashville. The tracks are designed to highlight the bite-sized ideas that I teach in each lesson. And at the time of the making of this video, guitarfriendtim.com is still brand new, so you'll be among the first members that get to kind of shape the direction of where everything goes. For my first 50 signups, I'm thinking we should do something special, maybe like a exclusive live stream, Q&A hang, but I'll let you know. Anyway, if you get a chance after this video, check out guitarfriendtim.com, and thank you. Okay, but now I'm thinking, I've got this new triad pair. How do I move it around to any chord, any key? It's time for something I didn't know I knew. I know that the note names of the 6th string, the low E, are identical to the 1st string, the high E. I can use the fact that the 1st string is a mirror of the 6th string to my advantage. Rather than starting way back at the bottom and building a bar chord shape from the ground up, start on the top string, find a root note, and play the triad shape. And yes, at first it might look like this in my brain. Step 1, find the full E major bar chord shape and move it to the fret I need. Step 2, just play the top 3 strings. And that's my triad. Totally fine when I'm first learning the concept, but as soon as possible, I want to dissolve these 2 or 3 steps down to 1 so I can play at the speed of a real song where chord changes are happening sometimes pretty quickly. Because when the drummer starts counting me in and my palms get sweaty, I gotta ask myself, can I actually play the song at
Song speed, or do I just brain freeze?
bonus time? I want to now introduce you to a surprise guest. Triad pair, it's time for you to meet a third member of your Triad family. This Triad family member has secretly been waiting backstage in the green room drinking several pots of coffee, so let's not make them wait any longer. Welcome to the stage, the 5 chord. Wow. You know them, you love them, the 1, the 4, the 5. So quick review, here's my 1, here's my 4, and now here's my 5. And don't forget, my home key bears the same name as the root of the 1 chord, in this case G. So that makes C the 4 chord, and D the 5 chord. So try adding this triad, trio, triumvirate. Check it out. And I confess to my CageBot friend, in this little triad, trio, triumvirate, the 5 chord does look a lot like a D shape. Because it is. It literally is D.
Double bonus!
Now check this out. With the conjoined harmony, with the relative minor of each of these triads, the 1 picks me up the 6. It's an E minor 7. The 4 picks me up a 2. It's an A minor 7. The 5 picks me up a 3. It's a B minor 7. So right now, we got the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6. Well, here's the thing about the 7. The 7's kind of a loner, kind of an oddball, sort of a drifter of the crew. We love 7, but we don't see much of 7. In fact, 7 never calls, always leaves the group chat. 7's kind of been ghosting modern popular music. In a future video, I'll explain why I tend to see the 7 just replaced by an inversion of the 5 chord. And once I look at it through those eyes, I see it everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, you can't miss it.